matter what, Griezmann always seemed like a shadow of himself.
I can say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me.
More than just a loss.
Now
this
what?
was borderline career
Now
ending.
what?
One of the biggest draft busts.
Twilight ended years ago, so where has he been?
Video of the bullet-riddled body of Odin Lloyd.
Approximately 7:12 a.m. this morning, the police responded to a single vehicle rollover traffic.
Now, the day I woke up and I only made like 40,000, I'm like, some shit ain't right. Last year I missed nationals indoor and outdoor, and though I made something of the season, this year, All-American in cross, made indoor, made outdoor. I'm getting to where I've always wanted to be, but I'm just worried about how long it's going to last.
Oh, Greg went down and, his knees. Holy cow, Portland doesn't need this.
What if I fall off? How long until I fall off?
And to be honest, we've seen Chance the Rapper become deeply egotistical and prideful over the last few years.
The same people who tell me it could never happen to me are the same people who thought I could never do it. The people who see me now used to look through me. And the fear I've got about not being able to rise to the occasion is still the same 6 years later.
Tre piloti, Arturo Merzario, Guy Edwards, Aaron Hart, si sono fermati per...
Everyone in sports thinks there are guys who can hack it and guys who can't. Some people pull through when it's time to pull through.
Yeah, show me how to do it.
And some people fold under the pressure every time.
That was to be his last chance.
All life is mindsets, and that would have counted me out before I even started. Some people believe that hard work beats talent until talent works hard. And that's true, you can't deny it. I'll get into that later. But the harder I've worked, the more talented I've felt.
I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games.
To get to the point where you can't mess it up takes years and years of messing it up.
No, you don't understand. I really tried this time. I really tried.
There.
This is as good as I can do, and I still failed.
And the people who look talented just do all that in private.
I'm able to be precise to within a yard or two, and in my practice sessions, because I hit 1,500 balls every month to those specific numbers, my reference is pretty on.
I've run like a pansy 1 year, and months later been the guy, and then months later been a pansy again, and then months later been the guy. It's actually really exhausting. And that's not to say talent isn't real.
So I went down there and just took a whack at the putt. It went in. I mean, I didn't line it up. I didn't do anything. I just hit it. And,
I used to think, if you asked me a year or two ago, oh, I've worked too hard for you to call me talented. It's so frustrating. I've put in time that no one else has put in. And though that's all still true, there are things that I have that other people don't. I have to look at stuff like, why can I run 130 miles a week and I'm not even tired? Versus some of the guys hurt at 50. I'm pretty injury resistant. I recover from hard workouts faster than other people. I don't get bored on the treadmill, stuff like that. And though I wish I had traditional talent, if you listen to all that stuff I just said, all that just lets me work harder. I wish I could just not train and be fast like some of these guys, but a gift is a gift.
Look at him. Look at how relaxed he is. Look, he wants the ball. He's calling for the ball. The whole world is watching him.
And my gift just lets me put, ridiculous time on feet. People will be running for 1 year, train 4 days a week, and I'll triple or quadruple their mileage, and they'll think, I can never do what he does. He's just that guy. He's just like that. He's got what it takes. I don't. But it's a process. It all looks like talent when you're looking at these guys run, but it's how hard they're working, how long they've been working hard. Yeah, how talented they are. The people around them, and then the clutch factor. All these things come together to make someone look untouchable, and someone else look like, me a month ago when I went 13:44. It's easy to see two guys and think it's a matter of fate when one gets it done and one doesn't. But you don't see how much they practice, not just being the best, but looking untouchable, being untouchable.
I hit my wedge, 120. Well, you might hit a 120 under certain conditions, but in the morning, ball's not going to go 120. Maybe in the afternoon when it's warmer and the ball heats up, but it's going to go 5 to 10 yards shorter in the morning. People don't factor that in. If you get a little bit of water in between the club face and the ball, people don't know. It actually increases spin, causes it to go shorter.
But I was on the other end of this in high school. I used to see some of these guys and think, oh, no one could ever beat them. And now I wonder what's going on. Either they've disappeared or they're not running as well. I remember after seeing Klinger win NXN the second time,
two-time champion
going into college, I was like, okay, if I want to win nationals ever, it's got to be before Klinger comes back from his mission. That's the only time I'll have a shot. And he came back, and he's very good, top 10 in any race, but not untouchable. What I wasn't thinking was he's older, he's faster, he's probably training harder, and he's at altitude. All these things come together to make someone look like the guy. All this stuff about, oh, I'm no different from you guys, I want to be the best. It's just what I say, because if it's not true, then what do I do when I just start getting worse?
I don't think anything did go wrong. And as I said yesterday, I never felt out of control with myself. I never felt that I was nervous.
If I started getting injured, what could I do? If I just started running slower, what would I do? I can't get these thoughts out of my mind, but it's a waste of time, because whether I get worse or better, all I can control is how hard I try. Falling back from the brink can take the same amount of effort as having a breakout season. You are stronger for having gone through the process of staying good, not just getting better. Struggle gives you depth. If it's smooth and effortless, there might not be any substance.
Theranos went bankrupt following a series of reports in the Wall Street Journal questioning the accuracy of its tests.
The guys who can't make it back or keep it up are scared of trying new things, making hard decisions, of change, of being embarrassed, of breaking people's trust. Or maybe they just take it all for granted.
I mean, listen, we're talking about practice.
Because you fall to the level of your training. So when people talk about how ridiculous it is that some pros can't perform under pressure, everyone should want them to be right. Because if it's not their fault, then it could happen to anyone at any time. But if the people are right, you let yourself go. You're taking it for granted. You don't want it bad enough.
Te aplauden cuando salís a la cancha. La concha de tu madre no sabes parar una pelota. Le vas a pagar.
Then they can make a change. Then the difference between them and us, and the difference between the good guys and the bad, is that they wanted it more. Maybe their fear of not being able to keep it up is what's stopping them from keeping it up. Because at some point, the only way to move forwards is to move backwards, at least for a little bit. You don't need to be the best. You need to be the best that you can be. And if it's not, it's not. You were meant for something else. If Usain Bolt just wanted to be the best, he would have broke the old record by 0.01 and stopped. Hamilton would have stopped racing after his 92nd or 93rd win. And Brady would have called it with the Patriots instead of going to the Bucks. To whom much is given, much is expected. And vice versa.
Sometimes your best isn't good enough. That doesn't mean it's failure.
No one knows which they are until it's all said and done. And I'm going to know for sure whether I could have done it. I don't know where I'm going to be in a few months, let alone years. This could all go south at any minute. So all I can do is take it day by day. I like where I'm at, and I like where I'm going. Maybe it'll all end after this season for me. Maybe it'll never get off the ground for any of you. But no one really knows. And I guess that's the point.
I passed! I got a D minus!
Ryan's latest injury update is the most encouraging to date.
His friends and colleagues claim that his miracle recovery had more to do with his iron will than with master surgery.